already 6:59. I'm running a little late. The bus will start in a minute. I'm gonna eat as quickly as possible and get to the bus for my 7:30 early entry. But here's a quick look at the breakfast at the Sunnyside Cafe, the buffet. I'll get here a little earlier tomorrow, and wishful thinking, I'll get here earlier tomorrow. But you know, chicken sausage, potatoes, lots of dumplings, rice, tofu. I love the coffee cup is so cute. But the pastries are my favorite, mostly for this alien Danish. Also a coconut chocolate croissant, which is not, you know, the standard. I want to roll down this hill so bad. You can't. It's not meant for it. The smoking area apparently behind this bush looks into it, but well, I guess the bench is on this side. But this would be like, this is the dream of every child. This like angle and length of hill to roll down. They could sell tickets. We're here for the bus. We have to go to the park. All right, we got in. We booked our Disney Premier Access for the day. But we're going to do Mine Train. Oh, we're doing more of it. There we go. But this is pretty long, actually. But this was like a 60 to 120 minute wait yesterday. And I just want to do it once. We have it on the channel. You can watch it. It's, you know, even though it's supposedly this ride was designed for here and then duplicated for Magic Kingdom, it was in the planning phases, but this one has a lot missing from it. It's just not very good compared to the Magic Kingdom one, but yes, people are yelling across the crowd. After all that, we forgot people. We stepped over ropes to get here, but then we forgot other family members. Okay. We're off to a great start. It's also 1,000,000 degrees in this queue. All right, Mine Train, and then I'm going to try to do Winnie the Pooh and then get into Zootopia before the public gets in at 8 o'clock. Even though they told us we have an hour ahead of other guests, but if it starts at 7:30 and they end up letting regular guests in at 8, then that's not an hour, that's 30 minutes. I guess it's an unadvertised 8 a.m. opening for regular guests, but don't tell us we have an hour jump on people and we don't, because then, you know, that Zootopia line's going to be 40 minutes to enter the land pretty instantly. So that's, you know, if I'm planning my day around that, that's not going to work. I think I made a horrible mistake. They're posting a wait time of 60 minutes now. So in the end, I don't know how much time I'm actually saving. Also now I'm going to have to wait to enter Zootopia if I want to do the ride twice today. Otherwise, I could just use the Premier Access I bought, but that's a one-time thing, and I probably want to save that again to be able to go in there at night again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it was early entry. Tron, you know, obviously if you couldn't be the first people back here to Mine Train, Tron is still 10 minutes. Most other stuff isn't. Roaring Rapids is even 40, so it's a rough early entry morning. All right, let's look at some of the weird, different queue stuff. I do like there's like dwarf lockers, essentially. Also, definitely a dwarf item. I'm way above these. There's like a map of the mine. It's also destroyed, but they built a frame for the TV that doesn't work with the video, right? So in ours, like those eyes at the top are framed. Instead, they're just sticking out. It makes no sense. There's just a random set of eyes at the top. That's terrible. Look at the black bar now. That ended up being 30. It's not bad. 30 as opposed to 60. It's a decent savings. So it says Zootopia land entry is still 5 minutes. So I'm going to go do that. The ride is 40, but I kind of want to see the standby because I had to film the standby yesterday. I want to look at it with my own eyes today and see if I can find some Easter eggs and fun details and things. So that's the plan this morning. Take you guys for a walk, why not? Yeah, that mine train's not nearly as good. I think it shows you the care of the Tom Staggs era of Disney parks and resorts, like that they switched up the new Fantasyland plan. They got rid of the Cinderella thing and the Sleeping Beauty thing, and not only were they going to add this ride, but because they were getting rid of Snow White's Scary Adventures, they're like, well, what could we do to make sure the people that will miss Snow White's Scary Adventures still get what they want or feel like the thing they love is honored, right? And so it was like, well, let's build the full house, the full cottage, and put the figures from the actual ride in it. So that way there's a whole scene of the ride that still exists. And then also they're like, the witch, people like the witch, like that's the whole hook of the Scary Adventures ride, is it's scary because of the witch. So let's put her in instead of the finale they drew up for here, which is kind of like a very simple dark ride finale, kind of like, I don't know, like other outdoor rides of that sort, like Heimlich's Choo Choo Train and Tinkerbell and all of that. I hope when it's 40 minutes, it's all in the tent and they don't put people out in this mess, I hope. I assume they don't. There's so many breaks in it that they can't be doing that right now. Also, I've come to realize this is just a priority. Disney Premier Access. You get to wait in the stanchions that they actually, or the railings that they actually covered with themed covers. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words this morning. But we are going to turn into the tent at least for a moment and then come back out and we'll go in to Zootopia where anyone can be anything except cool today. You can't be that. Well, I don't know if it's 5 minutes. It says it's a 20-minute wait to enter, but it's air conditioned, so that's nice. Good morning, Officer Clawhauser.
周末的新警员来报告，看来招聘会很成功啊！天哪！我忘了给你们看迎新视频了，来吧。
So in the marketing in December, this Hop Family Farm like bunny adoption thing, I remember like it was a whole thing where you got like a certificate and everything. But I don't think they're doing it anymore. They're very cute. I also got there's a couple of grand opening things left. They're mostly pins and statues, but there is this little bib. So I'm gonna get one of these with the bib. Also the parrot they're in looks like the communicator pen and says Shanghai on the back. So they're definitely made for here. The souvenir medallion machine is themed to an ATM. Magic Medallions by Lemming Brothers because it's the Lemming Brothers Bank. No, I'm getting these right now. There's a Fantasia reference, the ballet school. That's absolutely supposed to be Hyacinth Hippo from Fantasia. She's running the ballet school. Again, I've told you Fantasia is one of my favorites, so I love that. The other thing is they said there was going to be a Skechers store in this land when it opened. There's a billboard. I haven't seen any Skechers shoes. Did it close? Did it not happen? I'm so confused.
你终于来了，去哪儿了？
你知道，过敏了。
哦，每年都有这么几天，对吧？话说回来，工作等不了，明白吗？开工。动物城日的游客挺不错，很守秩序。鼻子看了一圈，没有特别情况，明白吗？所有活动完全正常。鼻子，
对不起，大家。
喂，
对不起。
行了，鼻子，这些都是大老远来庆祝动物城日的游客，你控制一下。
我说了对不起。
朋友们，我们保证不会再发生了，是吧？鼻子，鼻子，鼻子，这才对。朋友们，我谨代表动物城消防局对你们表示歉意。鼻子。给我拿身干净的制服。
好的。
鼻子。
There's also a medallion machine out here for about $5 each. You can get these. These are really neat. And they come in protective plastic cases, if it'll focus. There we go. I like that they come in protective plastic cases, but there's Clawhauser with the donut. There's the club. There's... I can't read these. The print is so fine. Yeah, dancing tiger, polar bear, Polar bear sauna. Polar bear sauna prepaid card. Essentially the little mouse has a Metro card with a little map. These are neat. I'm sorry, are you playing the DVD menu song, as we call it, from Nomad Lounge? This is Nomad Lounge music. This is the one we make fun of because it doesn't sound like the rest. It sounds like a 2000s, like you fell asleep and the DVD menu comes on. All right, I've got the corn popcorn. Pig Hero 6, but it's me. The pig, the American pig eating all the snack food in 100 degrees. I say that because I bought the big donut yesterday and I think it's meant to be shared, and they're like, it's very big, and it's like, I know. Just please give me the donut. But corn popcorn from the Hops family farm. Oh, this is good. So if you've been watching the Tokyo vlogs, you know about corn potage. It's corn soup popcorn, right? This is very similar, but it's powdered. So you know, like the Smart Food, you all do, because everyone on earth loves it. The Smart Foods white cheddar popcorn, it's got like that dusting on it, but it's a corn flavor. So it's giving like a sweet corn, like sweet corn. I like this flavor though because it's real, it's not artificial, so it's amazing. Like as I bite into it, it's like I'm biting into corn on the cob and I'm feeling the juices. That might be from the heat, the popcorn liquefying as it reaches my mouth. I don't know. This is very good. I love this, and the box is stellar. 7 out of 7. Must get in Zootopia. They saw my shirt, and a nice customer came over and gave me the Summer Donald sticker. This shirt always makes magic, man. This shirt was the greatest purchase of my entire life.
明白，任何一点着火的苗头都会是麻烦。
别说那个字。
对不起，
我应该说对不起。
没关系，是我先的。其实，把耳朵捂起来，鼻子。
好的。
那个火字，对鼻子来说是敏感词，会让它失控。
怎么说呢？我是负责喷水的。我爸爸以前也是负责喷水的，我爸爸的爸爸也是负责喷水的。祖传的。
真好，没事儿，鼻子。那个，你们不会姓霍普斯吧？又猜中了，你们是朱迪·霍普斯的爸爸妈妈。
没错。
哦，天哪！朱迪是我的英雄，他激励着我前行。我想成为像他一样的警察。
那你怎么当了消防员？
大概是我内心的火焰没有像他那样炙热吧，明白吗？哦，走了。快我吧！你们一定为朱迪感到骄傲。非常骄傲。图沃这一切还好吗？
好得很。
我们有个农场，孩子他爸负责打理。就是有时候他真让我上火，但又没办法。糟了。
对不起。
没关系，孩子们轻一点儿。您带了几个孩子来？47个，在一个房间里。
你看，我说了吧，这违反防火要求。
哦，
糟了。
对不起。
没关系，这次我就不追究。
Yes, I did wait nearly an hour to meet Nick and Judy, because I've never met Nick in the police uniform. Also, I need a thumbnail for one of these vlogs. Hello.
Nick and Judy.
Hello. It's a really crowded day wait time wise, but like the streets of Zootopia are empty today because it's just too hot to not be in the shade. So people are just tucked in anywhere they could go. But, oh yeah, did we see him yet? I think tomorrow morning I'm just going to do a walkthrough video. It's a tour of the land. It'll probably take me an hour or two to film that, but I think it needs to be done because trying to do it vlog format, I feel like I'm missing a lot. I need to go facade by facade.
Please check the Shanghai Disney Resort official app for showtime.
But I need to go cool down. I'm gonna go see this castle show where they spray people with water. That feels like the best plan right now. Oh my God, is there a Club 33? Animal Club 33 maybe? They're playing the Beach Boys, so it's like 2001 California Adventure out here for this summer blast show. Beach baby, here in the sand to the end of September. The ceremonial putting on of the ponchos has begun because why would you want to get wet at the show where its purpose is to get wet because it's 100 degrees and then it's humid to death on top of it, so it's hotter than 100 degrees. So let me put a garbage bag on me and go to the show where the purpose is getting wet and not get wet because I wore a garbage bag. Good vibrations. Here comes the sun. No, the sun's been here. Bro, it's been here all day. It's very hot.
But rest assured that those of you who have gathered here at Enchanted Storybook Castle are in for a storm front filled with water, wetness, and a deluge of fun like never before.
为确保您和他人的安全，同时保证良好的观赏体验，请勿在演出期间使用雨伞和遮阳伞。我们友情提醒，演出期间您将被各式水元素环绕，全身湿透的可能性极高。 请您确保个人物品保持干燥，尤其注意电子设备，如手机和照相机等。
For everyone's safety and to make sure all the guests can see, we ask that you please fold up and refrain from using umbrellas throughout the performance. We want you to be aware that you may get extremely wet during this performance. With that in mind, please remember that you are responsible for keeping your belongings dry. So please pay special attention to electronic devices such as mobile phones and cameras.
现在，上海迪士尼度假区即将向您呈现一场夏日狂欢节。
Get ready to get wet because it's time for Shanghai Disney Resort's Summer Blast.
大家好啊，这个感觉太棒了！是啊，迪奇，我们都来了。
对呀，就是有点太热了。天哪！
你这一坨音乐，
天哪！
我知道了，也许来点水就会让我们凉快了。
去找水？
我也不知道，但是我们可以试一试。是啊，戴斯，要凉下来，我们要尝试一切 ，try everything。
人，我们来帮他们降降温，怎么样，朱莉？
好主意，雷克，开始吧，准备好了吗？1、2、3。
潜水去到海底，肯定会更凉快。想追求什么？在那海底，在那海底，有海是滋润，有海的作伴多么惬意。海上的人都要放歌，无论是白天夜，我们最想要在那海底。You play the flute, the cup, play the harp, the bass, play the bass, they sound the sharp. Bass play the brass, the just play the top. The flute is a duke of soul. Yeah. He can play the leaves off the string, the drum rocking out. The black fishes in the sweat and the spread. They know where it's at, and all that golden glow.
啊，
花牌的撒粉真可爱，每一只河里都1月2日在那里，每一只河都有人有事在那里，哈哈，每一只我们都知道，每天我们的快乐散发着热力，我们的幸运只因为幸福在那里。
那是个好主意哦！随着海浪漂流，听起来就很凉快，哈哈！She stands apart from the crowd. She loves the sea and people. She makes her whole family proud.
There are no words for how wet I got at that show. It doesn't feel bad. It's so hot out. It's great. But I got as wet as you possibly could, soaked through. It's been like 25 minutes and I'm still pretty wet. This is sweat. But and my hair is all wacky. Yeah, so I mean, I'm soaked through, but it's already, I could feel it's already lighter. So it ain't gonna last long. Within the hour, I think I'll be dry and hot again. But while I'm wet, I'm gonna do Roaring Rapids. Let's all sing like the birdies sing, sweet, 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 sweet. This is a nice little reference to Tiki Room. We're in Adventure Isle, the homage to Adventureland, right? It's fun. All that accomplished was my butt is now even more wet than it was. So it just got wet on the back and butt, and it's hot water. That the water on that ride is kind of warm, so not as pleasant as the water show was, but good nonetheless. So this is my buddy. The reason I call him that was when Epcot in the China Pavilion had the exhibit. I love that I could stand 1 foot away from it and people would still go in between. When Epcot had the exhibit, I'll walk away. These people actually want to take a photo. I have no patience for people that see someone take a photo and squeeze 1 foot between. Those people actually want to take a photo. I'll move. That's the kind thing to do. But the story of this guy, there was a maquette of him in the exhibit, the Shanghai exhibit at Epcot. They also had a plush of him, a cutesy plush. And I will never get that exhibit open. I was like, man, I can't wait to go. I need to get this merchandise. Although even, I think in 2016, I wasn't even thinking I'd ever go to the foreign parks. It just seemed like such an impossible thing to do. I don't know. I don't know why I convinced myself that international travel was harder than it is. Now I do it alone half the time. But the story is there was this cute plush, and so we finally were going to come here in March of 2019. I was like, I can't wait. They're going to have all that opening merchandise. They're going to have the Karak merchandise, the gator creature from this ride. There was a bunch of merchandise on display in the exhibit with that. I couldn't wait. And we got here, and none of the attraction merchandise in that exhibit was still here. And in fact, no original attraction merchandise was being sold, not even a new line. Only Tron had their merchandise. So all the stores had already gone fully generic, and there was no cool stuff to buy. It was all like Chip and Dale. Like, don't get me wrong, I like cute character stuff, and some of it's very special. But I would just, there were so many like original wacky attractions here that had merchandise that I was very excited to own some of it, and then ended up getting none. He was one of them, and so every time I pass him, I think of that. There is no doubt that Lena Bell has taken over all three. I mean, this is technically her home. This is where she was born. For those of you that don't know the backstories of the characters, obviously Duffy begins at Disney Sea as Mickey's travel companion that Minnie got for him. Or did she make him? I forget which. She might have made him. And then I think Mickey got Shelley May for Minnie. But they all come from Cape Cod. Mickey's sailing out of Cape Cod in American waterfront at Disney Sea. Then, I don't know if he's in here. Is everyone in here? Or is this just mostly Duffy and... Everyone seems to be in here. Where's my boy? I'm gonna find him. And then Gelatoni. Gelatoni's a painter from Porto Paradiso, Mediterranean Harbor. He's Italian. That's why his name's Gelatoni. Then... Stella Lou was the fourth one. She's a dancer, a ballet dancer from New York. You gotta be careful. If you say dancer from New York, they mean something else. She's a dancer from New York. So again, American waterfront, but the other side of American waterfront. But then, as the story goes, Disney got excited about using these characters again. And essentially, even though they sold these characters to the Oriental Land Company, since they had the rights, had to sell Disney the rights. I believe every year they pay them for, Disney pays OLC for the rights to characters they created for them. And that's when Disney started to really, in the parks they have a vested interest in parks they own a percentage of, in Hong Kong and Shanghai, they started to make more characters. So Cookie Ann's a baker. She started in Hong Kong. I guess technically from Main Street. She makes known for her waffle sandwiches. That's a thing. Then Olu Mel happened. He wasn't before Cookie, was he? I thought he was after. Olu Mel. I'm going to find Olu Mel in here somewhere. He's got to be in here. Then there's Olu Mel, who technically, I believe, is from Alani. But I almost feel like maybe he came out in Hong Kong first. I don't remember. And then Lena Bell, we know, started here and is a phenomenon. She has most of this store Look at this. They gave her the park, essentially. Look at her welcoming. She's welcoming people to her park. Hi there. Welcome to my park. How's it going? Yeah. But she's just as popular in Hong Kong and Tokyo. And Tokyo, even though she didn't originate there, they've adopted her as their own. They like Old Melon Cookie to an extent, too. And still, I remember my first trip to Japan was when this one was new. So she was a big thing. Now, you see the occasional person with one or with the headband, but she's kind of fallen to the back of the pack. Really, the big ones are, obviously you still see how the Duffy and Shelley made, but I think Gelatoni, and right now Lena Bell number 1, I'd say Gelatoni number 2, and then Duffy and Shelley probably behind, and then the other 3 kind of, it's some people's favorites, just, not a majority. I've discovered there's a number of games at this park where first prize you could win like an actual plush that is exclusive to the game. Otherwise you get like vouchers, I think, for merchandise. A prize valued at, they don't really tell you what the other prizes are. So this is like some Bogalob. I don't know. Let's see how it works. You shoot them into these holes. Okay. I don't have luggage. This is adorable. I really want it because the acorn is, it's definitely made for the shop. It's in the style, but I don't have space. Back to my story from before. So when they did have original Adventure Isle merchandise, it was in here. Sometime in the last several months, this got rethemed to Chippendale's Trading Post. So they added the game. You can meet Chippendale somewhere on the other side. And they kind of rethemed the store. Let's go in. Hello. Man, if I had luggage space, nothing would stop me. It's good I don't. It's a way to limit myself, honestly. But I'd also have to win it. There's no guarantee. Let's see, they changed the decor in here to feature Chippendale. So there they are with those Aztec-y, Mayan-y acorns. And the store is all Chippendale merch. And a lot of it is, I'd say 99% of it is not stuff you'll find in America. How many different outfits they have. That's why we can't have original things. This is what happens. People just want characters, Look, I love Chippendale, but it is sad when we lose like the individual identities of parks. I will say at least it's themed, it's thematic, right? Like, I don't know why chipmunks would live in the jungle, but nonetheless, you get the idea. Here's Chippendale. Meet them right on this side. What a moment I just had going in the store and where the cast member looks at me and goes, "Fast pass?" I go, "Yes, fast pass." And here we go. So the camera I film food content with the food reviews is not doing so well. It's not powering on. I tried to dry it out as best I can, but I'm gonna let it sit there for 15-20 minutes and see what happens. But in the meantime, I had to eat something. I got a corn dog pear. I didn't see you can get them individually. That was the problem. So that's why I ended up with two, because they were advertising this combo. So this one's like a barbecue one. This breading is kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like furry. It's good though with the barbecue sauce. And then I'm gonna try, let's try the spicy one. This reminds me of the Horror Nights one with the Crispies on it. Let's give this a shot. said it'd be spicy. I don't know that I agree. They're good though. Look at that casing just hanging off there. This one's good. The crunch is nice. It's got the lightest kick. I like both of them though. I would have both of these again.
Don't worry, the camera started working again shortly thereafter. Next time on the vlog, we are going to go to Treasure Cove and we are going to ride Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for the Sunken Treasure and explore more of that land. If you're enjoying these, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and you could support us by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. We'll see you real soon here on our Shanghai vlogs.